Well, good morning, loved ones. We are at Say Something Part 4, and here's what I'm hoping we will do today. That we will make room to allow God to get our heads right about justice and mercy. About justice and mercy as we find it in the Scripture. Ed Welch, again, he helps us when he says this. We tend to see some things in Scripture, and we tend to miss other things in Scripture. And I think that there are ways that we can miss some things in Scripture while at the same time seeing other things that are in Scripture, in specific as it relates to the societal distress that has been surrounding us in recent weeks. It is possible for us to look at what's going on in our world today, not just today, but in any day, and see only the world's need for salvation. And it is also possible for us to look at what's going on in the world today, in our country, in these days, and in all days, in fact, and miss the need for salvation while seeing the Scripture's passion for those who are oppressed and those who are struggling. It is possible for us to only see salvation and miss the need to be engaged in social building up, so to speak, to be socially engaged. And it is possible for us to read Scriptures and looking around us and see only the need to be socially engaged and missing the broader, and maybe you could say this, the more important need for salvation. You can't read the Scripture rightly without being convinced of this, that Jesus came to seek and to save the lost. This is a spiritual issue. You also can't read the Scriptures thoughtfully and accurately without understanding that God is interested, that He is concerned, that He is passionate that justice be done and that injustice be undone. It doesn't matter where you search in the Scriptures, it is everywhere. New Testament and in the Old. A couple of Old Testament passages, Psalm 9:9, Psalm 72, 1 through 4, Isaiah 1:7 that says this, learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, plead the case of the widows. Over and over and over, whether it's in Micah 6:8 or elsewhere, the Bible calls us to be thoughtful about those who are oppressed, the foreigner, the orphans, the widow, those who are not heard. And my concern is that it is possible for me to prioritize things that need to be prioritized and give myself a pass where I'm not engaged in things that I need to be engaged. May those of us who prioritize salvation to the end of the world, may we also allow Scripture to direct our thoughts as it relates to issues of justice and mercy. Lord, help us.